Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things and so much more. So part of the so much more is I do these astrological and monthly and weekly reads and or for energy forecasts for each star sign or horoscope sign, whatever you call it. Okay, so, and now I am up to the sign of Aquarius. So this is for Aquarius for the first week of June 2020. So I'm actually recording this on the 3rd of June. And we're going, and so because I'm putting it out tomorrow on the Thursday for you Aquarius. So you will I'll be doing your sign on Thursdays every week, whether it be the weekly one or the monthly one that comes out. So yeah, the idea is that I'm going to get like at least a week ahead, so you will get actually the forecast. And although this is quite often what I find is that the readings or the messages that are coming through, people are either right in it at that moment and they've got an inkling of where it could be going, so that's a clarification sort of a thing. And so and then others of you will like have no idea what is going on, so like because these are general reads, so you're either going to resonate with it like right now or not. So if you don't, then that's okay. So but don't throw it right out, because it could be something that's coming up for you, which is hence why I'm just giving that little bit of a explanation there. And then some of you, only parts of it will resonate with you. And like every week when I put these out, it may not, you know, it's not every week it's going to resonate with you, because you may be going through processing something slightly different from the week before that did resonate with you, and it's branched off, but it may come back again in the following week. So you may be still in that process, and that's fine. That's just how it all works, okay? The other thing is, like, check out one of your other signs. So for instance, like I say, this is you know, Aquarius. So this could be your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus in Venus that you're looking under. So you may have other signs, like for instance, I'm a Gemini, and my moon sign is Libra, rising is Pisces, and my Venus is in Cancer. So I will check out one of those if I feel like I want to or need to, like, get a bit more of a comprehensive understanding of what could be coming up for me in the next week or month or year or whatever I'm looking for, and then build it from there. And yeah, so it's like, if you don't know what they are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website with a calculator on it, and you can work it out from there. That is, I found that one a really good one, and it gives you a reasonably good, or pretty good actually, comprehensive understanding or knowledge actually as well of what you, about your signs that you are linked to, okay? The other thing is Aquarius, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and or liked or commented on there. And I just encourage anyone who hasn't, if you could please do that, like now or at the end of this video. And what it does is it helps me to grow, so, you know, it helps that you do that because it supports my channel, but also helps to grow my channel, to get the messages out there on YouTube for others to hear, see, and, you know, get some sort of assistance in some way, like you have, hopefully. So so I do invite you to give me a thumbs up or a comment, and or subscribe, of course, to my channel. So thank you once again in advance. Right, that's my spiel. So there is a full moon this week coming up, Aquarius. So it's on Friday the 5th and or 6th of June. So depending on which part of the world you live in, it could be on Friday or you know, or Saturday. So for me, in New Zealand, in Auckland time, and for me here, I live in New Zealand, so it's like Saturday, June the 6th. Yeah, it's 12 minutes past 7 in the morning. So it's at its peak, apparently. So I'm going with that. So you go with whatever resonates with you, okay? So I'm already feeling the energy building up towards it, which is usually quite typical for a lot of us. And as the moon is, you know, waning away, waxing, it's growing bigger. So, and therefore you may feel things like intensifying, and you may feel that feeling of You know, it's a good time to finish up, you know, wrap up different projects and things like that. So, you know, naturally, without even knowing about what this moon phases are all about. So, but generally that's the moon, because it's in a waxing phase, it means that the moon is expanding, which means that things may be more intensifying around you, you know, amping up and that sort of thing. And you may feel more of a feeling of wanting to wrap up things. And this is what the whole moon phase, full moon phase is about. So, with the, you know, after the waxing and wrapping up things and things like that, or tidying up things, bringing things to an end, could be like you like finishing off projects and things, and or near finishing off projects. So it may not happen until the full moon, but it's like bringing it, so it even at least planning to when that is going to wrap up. So soon, you know, if something's going to soon be soon, and setting that intention that it is going to be wrapped up for things for those of you who've got something like maybe like court cases that are coming up maybe next month, or in, you know, after the full moon. It's even like about setting that intention that that's going to be wrapped up, and things are going to be, you know, the outcome will be that which it needs to be, the best possible outcome for you. Okay, cool. So that's why you could be feeling a little bit more wanting to get things sorted out. And then we're moving into this full moon phase, so that is, you know, really a good time of celebration, and, you know, for because it's all about wholeness, the full moon phase. So it's like seeing things as a whole and bringing things together, to, you know, you know, bringing things together or planning for things together for the next month even, I'm hearing, as well, to, you know, because you finished this part off. Yeah, and seeing, it's about seeing, you're able to see the fruits of your labor. So even if it's like you're wrapping up this one and you're beginning the next one, it's like visualizing and seeing that, like the next phase, that project or whatever it is that you're doing is complete as well. Oh, wow, cool. I've not really actually said that in that way before, but there you go. I don't know who's channeling through me. There's a few energies around. Kuan Yin was around this morning, yesterday morning. I feel like she's back. Shiva, my dragon energies, and Archangel Michael. But I've also got a new archangel. It's well, not a new one. It's she's been around for a while, but I've not worked with her in the way that I do now. So she's come forward. I feel that is Archangel Uriel, or Uriel, however you pronounce that. So there's a lot going on with this full moon. Okay, so which is why I've got the full moon. I'm going to start off with the full moon, with the Moonology deck of cards to bring through messages. So what is there? What messages do you have for the sign of your sign, your Aquarius? What messages do you have for them for this first week of June? Well, we're partly way through the first week of June. So you may be feeling that energy already coming up for the full moon. So I hope you've had a wonderful week anyway. So that one's, take that one because that one's crooked. Or not crooked, but it's gone to the side and that one's poked out. Cool. Take that one. Okay, so, super moon is the first card that goes. So emotions are running high. So you could have, you know, your emotions could be running high through this time, through this full moon time, or even starting to wind up now, Aquarius. So, and then we have a personal issue reaches the resolution in the full moon in Cancer. So, well, that's really interesting. So we actually, this moon is a full moon or eclipse in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius typically has an energy, it can be very, like that's a fire energy. So I'm feeling, you know, for yous, and, you know, the way I read is very different to, you know, unique to me, and others will maybe are unique to them. So I read in my way. So for me, I'm hearing the fire energy is like transmutation, okay, which is, and not everybody sees it like that, but for you, I'm relating it to that. So the Sagittarius energy has that energy, that energy to build energy up and to like get things going, okay, and build energy up to transmute things, to see, make you see things clearer. So this energy that what they're showing me is like you like, there's like this ball of energy and you're able to look at it. It's like a crystal ball in a way, but an energy ball that you're able to, that is going to come to you. It's just, some of you are going to get like this washed over feeling with the energy that's going to help clear you and or bring to the fore when that clearing or push things out of you, that you're going to be able to recognize, and or they're going to show you to help you to recognize what is going on, and maybe bring to the fore basically a greater awareness, you know, to you. Where there may be some lacks or flaws that also or that are of significance for you at the moment and in the past. So, and you know, for you to look at. So basically, you know, in doing that, there is like, it's like it'll be showing up some ideas and some, you know, so once you clear that, you'll be able to see clearer how, or once that comes to the fore, you'll be able to clear it, because you'll see what it is that actually is maybe that little something just poking you in the back, you know, that's just lingering there, just poking you back, and you just don't know what it is, and you're just trying to figure out what the hell why is that not quite working out how it could be or should be, and why, you know, how come that's still happening when I thought I cleared that shit up, you know, or you know, or something might be just not quite there yet, or something might be, you might be feeling something's just missing. You're missing a link to something. Wow, something will come up. Somehow the universe will bring it, or this moon energy, Sagittarius energy will bring it through for you, push it out of you. It could be a person that brings that message to you. It could be something that you see on Facebook. It could be something in the messages that are coming through like right now that'll make you go, oh, okay, I get that now. And I might not have actually said anything about it, you know, or the spirit might not have brought anything about it, but something has triggered you to like, okay, I get what that means now. It's as simple as, you could be in the pub having a drink and then all of a sudden have an epiphany, and it's like, and you have a bit of a giggle about that. It's like, okay, done. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so your emotions are running high. So they're just talking about not to do anything like impulsive, because this energy with this full moon can be a little bit bring in a bit of be a bit misguided, have a bit of this misguided energy about it as well, because there is a lot of energy that's coming in your emotion, and it's going to be could be quite emotional for you. Some of you it may not be as much as others, but it's going to bring up stuff, and you know, and you may not even be aware of it. So what they're talking about here, because I can feel my voice going, is allowing yourself to express it, whatever it is that the emotion is that you, or brings, it is around the emotion that you're feeling, to express it, okay? With love, peace, harmony, and joy in the most healing way that you can, to help you shift through it, okay? So like I said, this isn't for everybody. The emotion may show up in different ways, but the key here is like not to make any impulsive decisions, or you know, movements, or purchases, or anything like that, because you know, before, like, you know, just process it before taking action, and because you might end up with a bill that you don't really need, really, and you know, you're buying it on an emotional you know, in an emotional, and it's, you know, reasons, basically background to it. So so that's what they mean by that. So then this energy, you know, for a lot of us, no matter what star sign we are, is kind of going to be a bit supercharged as well. So it may give you that feeling, you know, to go out and do something. And it's not, what I'm hearing is like with the energy, the spirit saying in Aquarius, it's not saying no, don't get it for everything, or no, don't do this, don't make that decision for everything. It's what they're saying is like, it's not just not making sure that you're not doing it in an impulsive way, or in an impulsive manner. Because there's maybe something that you could negotiate or tweak if you're doing a contract, or there may be a better deal down the road even. That's what they mean by that. So it's like, stop and process it, observe around you before you do make any decisions or purchases, big decisions like me. I don't know what that is for you. Yeah, cool, awesome. Anyway, so that's pretty much what it is. So this energy, or this weekend, the going through this whole month actually You know, that's what, you know, what, going back to what we were talking about before, what, you know, when I say we, Aquarius, and the other energies here, your guides and helpers, and so forth, is about clearing up past patterns that we had, that have been holding us back from personal fulfillment, and particularly those that are centered around our attitudes and our expressions, our gestures, and studies and even mobility. So, you know, how we move through life, and the, you know, and what decisions we make, and, you know, and how we make them, and how we express ourselves. And so it's going to bring up a lot of bit about that, so we can create a better relationship with ourselves, and then therefore a better relationship with others that are connected to us, or we connect ourselves to. Whoa, that sounds like I really like. So it's very also important, and therefore you see this energy, this resolution is about, well, you start to see how, or work through, or resolute this, whatever is going on, okay, or whatever, what, you know, there could be a few whatevers that are going on for you. Wow, okay, so that was really high energy. So cool, perfect. So the Five of Pentacles comes out first, and that's about a loss of wealth or faith. So there could be something that's going on with you about that. So what I'm hearing is, like, for that one is like not, because there may be something where you may be needing to, like, rob from Peter to pay Paul, basically, or, you know, that sort of energy that you may have gone through, or maybe going through right now, or maybe something that's coming up. But I feel like there's something that's in the change, which is why there's something there that needs to be resolved in here, okay? And bringing in this quite high emotional thing. So it's just kind of, I'm hearing for some of you, it's the way in which you see things. So what happens is as if, you know, there's that whole energy thing, is like, if we, you know, stay stuck in that energy of loss of wealth and or faith in something, we can keep, you know, it's like, what I feel like that's lifting you out of that, pulling you out of it, because we don't want to be stuck in that. Otherwise we end up staying there for too long, and we create more of that and more of that, and we, you know, it's like, no, it's acknowledging it, yes, and it's what are we going to do to shift that, you know, that whatever it is that's taken us to that space, and learning from it. So it's there for a reason, to help us to learn and grow within ourselves, absolutely, but we don't need to stay in it forever. So, and it's like talking about, you know, the way you look at wealth and faith as well. Okay, so there seems to be like a shift in there. And see, like, there's roses in there, and I just love that. I didn't really notice it there. There are roses underneath that. So something is moving and shifting in there. There's the roses for me about growth and love. And it's like, at any time we can either be in that position, that loss of wealth and or faith, and when something doesn't go quite right, but we can pick ourselves up, we can grow. And it's about, somebody may come and give you a hand if you're in that position where you may be, and it's like, you know, to give you something, and you may be, it may be that you're in that position now to give something back, or give something to somebody, help somebody out. So there's a two-way thing going on in there. So it's about, I feel like this one is the other, you know, in that part of the message in there is about learning to give and receive. Allow yourself to give and receive as well, whether that be energetically, whether it be love energy, whether it be, you know, it may not be money as such, but it may be something that, you know, like an exchange of, you know, food, could be an exchange of just energy, of help, of something like, you know, offer your services, you know, for help, or just, you know, when I say services, it may not be like for a job or work, but you may offer yourself to help somebody to move house, or, you know, shift a car, you know, or something like that, or give them a ride somewhere, or whatever, or vice versa. Okay, so then we have the two cards. This one here is the okay, that one's, it's a time for tact rather than aggression. So something comes up, it's in your mind there, there's something in your mind. So I feel like it's kind of related more here. That one fell out. Where's the way to go? Okay, where are we going with that one? This one. So the Page of Pentacles comes out. So there's something happens where the page is about small beginnings. So I feel from this card here that it's like you open a doorway to yourself, for yourself, in the sense of, you know, because you've either been through that or you're going through it now, and or you've, you know, or you're on the other, it's like you're seeing what others are like. For some of you, it may be like you're not in that position, or but you're looking back at that from where you've come from to, you know, from where you've become from to where you are now. So it's like there are some small beginnings and a shift in the way that you see how money works for you, and how you can change your financial position or whatever it is for you, in the way, and just the way of looking at wealth and faith, health, wealth and faith, okay? And be more grounded in it, because it's like, I feel like somewhere along the line, some of you have started something, and because of this whole you know, episode that's going on in the world at the moment, it's made things, you know, a little bit tricky and held things up for where what you've wanted to achieve and do, or some ideas, and or slowed things down. So it may be that you're in this position where you maybe wanted to give up or stop doing something, but that's your choice. But I've just, you know, it's like now you may be starting to see with all this energy, like actually how you can turn it around, how I can turn it around, how can I turn that around? So there may be something, and or so something changes where you either can create something or build on something that you've already created. And so it's like it's created before, continuing. Cool. Well, so there's like a definite like grounding, because there's those two cards, Pentacles, they're all about earthing. They're all about, you know, financial stuff, you know, money, career, you know, stability financially and that sort of thing. But it's all about, also about the ego and the image as well. So there seems to be like a balance and with that as well, not letting your ego get in the way of you, like asking for help or giving help, putting your hand out for help and putting your hand out to receive, okay, in that sort of sense. But it's also about the ego is like not letting, you know, your emotions get over on top of you, about, you know, moving. So ground yourself, because it's like there's something that you've already started, because this is about self-esteem basically. So there's something that you've already started, I feel like, or wanting to start, but you're letting your ego get in the way, okay? And when I say ego, it's not necessarily, our ego isn't a bad thing. You know, people, there's been too much of a thing about, you know, ego, but we all go there. And ego really is just, you know, we get, you know, like how Spirit are explaining it, we just get to this place where, you know, of either, you know, either too low in energy or too high, and overthinking it, and underthinking and doing things. So, but so the ego, so yeah. Just not letting yourself go, your self-image get in the way, basically, is where they're lining up the ego in that sense of, get in the way. Cool. Interesting, because it's like they're talking about building it and like, and creating it, how it looks. So it's like looking at that way, so moving forward to achieve what it is that you do want to achieve, because it's like, I feel like some of you have already got an idea, then like how you're going to create it, or you have created it, shape it, transform it, and grow it into whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Yay! Cool. Anyway, so and within that, there is this something here about a time for tact rather than aggression. So there could be, you know, that one there, I feel like is in between all that, with related to like the ego side of things, or the self-image, and, you know, like being too bolshy about certain things, you know, with yourself, or, you know, going the other side of that, and, you know, not letting yourself come out with the self-image side of things, whether that be, you know, high mucky muck, or just like you're not not worthy of it. So there's that flip side of that, which what they mean by the ego, not letting that get in the way. It's about having just like self-confidence basically, and moving forward in whatever direction that you need to do. So it really is a time for tact rather than aggression. So this energy, like I say, with the is that impulsiveness, is not doing anything impulsive. So observing before jumping in and taking action with whatever it is that you're doing. And also here, the last card here that's come out is inner courage and strength. But it's also, which is the strength card, which is a major arcana card in the deck. But it's also comes back to see self-discipline and constructive, and doing things constructively with that, and that's where your strength, the strength lies in where is encouraged to be tapping into. Okay, because look, she's like, there is a lion there that's not attacking her, and she's like got her hands in its mouth and she's opening it, not with any great force. So it's about being, tactical, okay, is the word, and how you approach something, and which comes back to this. It's a time for tact rather than aggression with the strength card that you need. That is, or one that you need. Okay, with the strength that you are looking for, and maybe that you need to get through something. Okay. Woo! I think that's all I need to say. It's like, that's come together quite beautifully. Wonderful. Anyway, so you have an amazing week, Aquarius. God bless you and God protect you. I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll see you next Thursday. So, and I'm going to leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure from your sign, Aquarius, and the universe. Bye for now.